Kublai pi baro pia pe RiKhasi channel yuan racha pia ka thup khubor ka ni ka tiyo menta ki phangi ba kongsan phetjendat ki MLA Congress na yeng dorbar bertashla shabar mang sarkar shispa khandai klor banpin bha ya ki yeng skol ya thalan ki liang persha bat u Conrad halor ka jingsen shar ha ka jilla da ka pilot project on pentrekam ya ka MRSSA Wengno ka Congress ya ka jingthmu pin khlem ya u shonknor palat ar akar klun ei ubar jila pin ibor wat ya utrai jaka bat ekador ba shlong mau smai hari boy sange yakhi kinong trei casual katanat ka kot yakhya hari boy district bat kibe de ki khubor mentang pat ngenya phasha ki khubor bnya ki MLA ka saing Congress menhaka khatsan trip mentau benai kilami jendat napok ka yeng dorbar namar ba kimshim layo ya kalat banyakren halor ka jingsha asiat ubat cherish badru ka jing wengkam ya ki pulit ki beladon kti kini ki jo ki MLA kilami pat habar ka yeng dorbar ban pertashla ban pen paw ya ka jingdom ka jongki halor ka ni
hading ki jingya tai ke bakat kan ni por halor ka short duration discussion balawan ra do ba PT sokmi MLA jang kam maulai nakalyang jong usong konor ba kam juru kan yang sensar kilaang ba amla mi kren yang kam nambar bakalang sub judice nan dikalang persya ya kayeng bisa kamtaki MLA Congress kala mini ashabar ba akapor baki mi shabar kala pertasla mandawa ya hak ba kam juru na penram ya kajeng le jong sarkar MDA kini kadi ke bau Dr. Mukul Sangma ola penpau habe kan beklap patai khubor shabab jong kayin dorbar
Friends, today the opposition had to walk out from the house to demonstrate our anguish and our lack of confidence on the government, the NDA government. You will recall with a sense of pride and satisfaction then that prior to 2008 how the preceding government has put all the committed effort with utmost sense of sincerity, honesty, dedication, with a whole focus on the larger good of the people and for the larger interest of the state, to generate the momentum of development and growth, and to ensure that momentum of development and growth restore peace and try to sustain peace. Today, unfortunately, all those hard work to restore peace and sustain peace, you have seen what is the prevailing situation across the state, whether it is in the state capital, whether it is in the district capital, or whether it is in other parts of the state. The sense of insecurity prevailing, the whole instances of lawlessness, again reappearing in the state, threatening the hard-earned peace, which should have been sustained with a committed effort of the government. The irony is that the government of the day did not have the priority set to address his most important concern, which revolves around the larger interests of the people, larger interests of the state. As today, as the opposition wanted, the response of the government and the correct stance of the government in order to instill confidence and trust among the citizens of the state, we found that the government was completely trying to stonewall such discussion, prevent such discussion in the other house. You will appreciate the fact that in our vibrant democracy, when we are in session, it is the best platform where the elected representatives are able to articulate the concerns of the people, the issues which is confronting our people on a daily basis, the issues which pose challenges towards our collective intent of joining hands in the whole story of progress and growth of the state. But as you saw today, as you witnessed, that the government is completely insensitive. They are probably not concerned about the need to understand the ground reality. They are completely disconnected from the ground reality as to what is happening on ground zero, and the outcome, the fallout is visible, palpable everywhere. Yesterday you had carried news regarding gunning down of one young boy with sophisticated just in the suburbs of Kolkata. And just yesterday I was also sharing our concern about the regrouping of various youth and new youth joining some of the new militant outfits, being supported by many of the existing insurgent outfits of the region. What do all these developments that was unfolded in the preceding months, preceding years, indicate? Therefore, friends, today as we wanted the government's attention and to urge upon government to take course correction so that we are able to decide on wherever it was necessary for government to reconsider whatever decision they have taken. We have seen from the day one after the unfortunate incident on the 13th of August and subsequently after 15th of August, how the Chief Minister himself has been adamant on his stand because he is disconnected with the ground realities and because he is disconnected with the kind of usual, the administrative prudence which one has to resort to in addressing these kind of sensitive issues. Now, when we have discussed about this issue yesterday, well, you have heard how the government stand was. But today, the issue which was tabled by the honourable member from Maulai, our colleague, P.T. Sokni, was there. Based on what is doable as per the administrative prudence to demand and ensure complete independence of the inquiry that has been ordered. Now, how can the government say or be adamant in having this stand that taking action against the alleged senior officers who are involved in the alleged threat encounter, suspending them to proceed their free and fair inquiry can be part and parcel of the fact which can be interpreted as sub judice in the floor of the House. Therefore, we only could interpret that the government was hell-bent on not responding to the sentiments of the people, to the ground realities, and act upon to ensure the justice that the voice of the people are asking for. So we condemn the attitude of this government, and with this, the opposition decided to walk out.
Ka Sarkar Jila Kalamang hadu Shispa Khandai Klortingka Nakabanta Banpin Babat Banpin Bitpin Biang Yaki Shispa Khandai Pawetili Ki Ying School Kibadan Hakalenga Jila Lingba Kamang Tingka Jongasnam Arpo Arpoi Arpo Arpoar. Yakani lapantip do menteri ubadekmi ekatana puli puthi jong sarkar jilla uba lakwen rumboi haba juba baka kenta kali jingkali hagasi gaban riu jong dorbar sunrai jong yeng dorbar thawan ge jilla ka khanyo trik unai lur aja arpoi balakali do nong thawan ka congress namo sandram uba hm changpliang uba rumboi ulong bagani ge sarkar ka baningkong e ban phai khma chi school ki bapet ka sarkar hakaleng ge jilla nagi shispa khandai phoitali ki school ban shdapan bha shipotli ki secondary but high secondary school Southly ki upper primary, but lightly ki lower primary school.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question 161A. Sir, no common LP schools and common aided schools under Masunram block which have been sanctioned for repairing of schools building. B. Sir, no common LP school that has been provided with furnitures during the year 2018 till date. C. Sir, 2 common LP school under Masunram block has been approved from 2018 till date for construction of new school building under the state scheme.
So, Honourable Speaker, now this answer is so negative, sir. A is negative, B is negative, C is partially positive. So this just shows the attitude of the government, the education department towards the schools in the rural areas. I'm projecting this picture not just for Mawsynram constituency alone. This picture is for all the rural schools in the state, sir. I'm aware, sir, because I have been traveling through the length and breadth of the state, and I know, sir, that the conditions of the rural schools, particularly the government LP schools and the upper primary schools, or the government aided schools, are in this condition, sir. Sir, in my constituency, I wish I could have brought the pictures of all the school buildings, which few of them I have forwarded to the Principal Additional Chief Secretary in charge education. So since the last 2018, I've been asking for repairs. So not a single money has been provided.
Ka Dr. M. Amperin Lingdo ka Badeka MLA Congress na Shillong East kala say da ka jungut haubilor ban pinpaw hayeng dorbar thau an jong ka jilla ya ka jing jungut jong ko tang ha ka jakane ka thain na ka ba kala mi khmat henre ha ka nong ba hi baro ka we kani ka benta kami ha ka kenta kali jingkali ha ka sngi ban rio jo ka dorbar sunrai jong yeng dorbar thau an ka jilla ha ka khan nyu tere unai lor aja arpoi kaliang persha akla therting e ka sarkar bare ka trat PHE halor ka jingpin poi de ka jungut chki nong shong shnong ka nong ba la parat arte yo menta war hapren ka jingkar par ka sarkar jilla ki paj ba banyai sha Haga kinta kali jingkali de ka pan iyo bilor ringkar ka jungut ka Dr. M. Amperin Lingdo kaloong berada yap na ka klam COVID-19 ki paj ba kinyap na ka jingpang kolera.
The Honourable Minister has stated that there is no acute water crisis. Sir, I will show you my water. Water coming to your house in Upland Road, my house in Lumsora. This is the kind of water. So, sir, I believe that if we don't die from COVID, we may die from cholera. May I ask why? Why is this the normal quality of water for the last 2 years? Any logical explanation, sir, please?
Haba jubab umentri katarat PHE baranik tan lingdo tong kharung nong bagatanar kadang persyang menpenan kami pipeline ubat thamai banamar baklam penan kam la slam bahamenta kumta ka khindau ka lang hauni upai.
You see, as you have seen in the papers, that the department has given public notice that the department has tested the new pipeline of 1,000 mm dia. And it is the fact that because this pipeline has been laid for long time ago, so the pipe has collected soil inside the pipe, and when the water has been tested through this pipe, it is true that the water turbid is there. So maybe of that reason, and the department is trying, sir, because we cannot just leave on use of this bigger pipe which will ensure more quantity of water supply. So if I would request the citizen of the state to bear with the department for some time, because we will have to try it again through this bigger pipe of 1,000 mm dia, because we need more quantity of water in the city. So if this problem is arise for some time, I would request Honorable Member and all the people in the city to bear with the department for some time.
Honorable Speaker, sir, if the pipe to my residence has been laid for many years, I built my house in 2003, so I'll not get into that. But look at the water in the reservoir, sir. This was a photograph that was clicked soon after the commissioning of the gravity main 100 mm dia pipe. So I will send you these photos. What is this explanation then? Any explanation for this?
Madam, I have, sir, I have already explained that due to the testing of this 1,000 mm dia pipe, so the water would go to the reservoir, and from the reservoir, definitely it will go to the people, to the individual houses. So the only thing is that, as I already stated, that I would request once again to bear for some time, and I hope that after the testing again, we hope that the water will be more clear, since we have tested 2-3 times of this pipe, and we hope it will be clear gradually.
Honorable Speaker, sir, at start question 159E, in the course of the reply of the Honorable PHE Minister, he has replied that the PHE department plays a vital role and is continuously upgrading infrastructure. Sir, another photo taken on the 6th of April of the reservoirs at Umkhen, which is not related nor linked to GSWS. This water goes to North Amai and Pokse and Lumia Blot and Malki and many other places. Sir, this was brought to the notice of the PHE department. In fact, I even spoke to the Honorable Minister. All that is required here is 700 pipes from the source to the reservoir. Of the washed away pipes that got washed in the storm of 2020, 100 mm dia, and this entire cost was only about 50 lakhs, still not functioning. May I have a reply from the Honorable Minister, sir?
I'm very happy to hear the estimate made by the Honorable Member that we can repair this water supply at just 50 lakhs rupees, and I think that is very much possible if we can do that. But as per the estimated amount prepared by the department for the renovation of Umkhen water supply scheme, the estimate amount reached to 13 crores 2,55,800. So this is the estimate amount which has been prepared by the department, and it will be taken up under the third departmental committee meeting, which will be held shortly, sir, for consideration of this estimate.
Honorable Speaker, sir, again, in course of reply to 159D, I would like to inform you, sir, that as an MLA of this constituency, in the last 11 months, sir, approximately I have been spending 63,000 rupees for buying water to my residents. Can you imagine the plight of the poor and those that cannot afford it? One tanki costs 700 rupees. 1 month, 63,000 rupees approximately. I was running a CCC, sir, 2 CCCs during the COVID period. And there as well, I was buying, and I have invested from my funds substantial amounts of rupees. I will be doing the calculations and I will be bringing it to the attention of the PHE. So, sir, where do we go? Because I'm not satisfied even with one of the replies that was given to me this morning, sir.
Sir, about the sufficient supply of drinking water, it depends on the requirement as well. Because I have also a privilege to get drinking water from a municipal where I stay in the government bungalow. Of course, there was a day that water does not come. But there was a time also that water overflow from the water tank. So I learned from there that it is required for us to have an extra container to contain water, not to waste water when there was a time that water overflow from the water tank. So about the requirement of the honorable member from Lime Crack, we understand, sir, that the requirement is huge. And I think when we need huge requirement, we can understand that the normal water supply may not be sufficient for that requirement.
Hagasngi bakut jongka dorbar senrai arngut ki MLA kita u Zenith Sangma uberena kaseng Congress bat u Marcus Marak na ke NPP kilaya krit kinsan habalapoi ke jingya kren halor ke ke blaja khatn rius nam minshwa kata ka jing syasiat yap jong kendangut ki briu hatura bat William Nagar hakapor ke jingya ki embo sakasnam arajarsan
Kanigala jah ke kanyo terek unai lor aja arpoi habala ikran halor kamat balawanra de kiliang persha ban pinpaw ke jingbamla ban trekam ke sorkar hakapor bari ikran wemri jo ke NPP istamur mumin ula pinkin mau ye kate ke jingja hakapor besenshar ke Congress hakabasan ki briu kila syasiat ya bahtura ban sangur ha William Nagar hadien ke new zadet ubala yeng ban kran ulong bakani ke kam om de shu ban ikran namar ke de ke bla debru ban tokin Penbaru MLA na William Nagar ula yang kensan ban keno abu MLA karang sa khuna uting ban yakran yang kani kam ban dei namar kani ka daw kwa shu ban yakran dei hamar kani ka por brami ke je khluj bar ke je tit me ya prengini ki argun ki MLA Nagaro Hills
Conspiracy made by certain politicians. We're lost. Why you are scared of discussing this? I am not scared. You are scared. If I would have been scared, I would keep quiet. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
Yeah, you could carry on, but
People are watching.
Please be calm.
If you don't have the correction to speak, don't speak.
Please be calm.
Is it the procedure,
Please
sir?
be calm now. Don't repeat. Please go on.
After my submission, let them speak also.
Yeah.
Point of order under Rule 300, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
Yeah, that's what I said.
In any motion or any discussion, members who have participated in the discussion only can participate further to seek any clarification. I did not see the honourable member from William Nagar participating in this particular short duration discussion. I don't know whether he participated. He can also seek clarification. No. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would request
Denying
you
the
to
honourable members,
allow me
Please
to,
listen to me, sir. Yeah.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I think.
It's better we close it. There's no need to move further, sir. We have got a whole business of the government to work, so the supplementary demands need to be passed. Sir, I would urge, all that has happened, let us just leave that. Let us move forward. We are all responsible members. I don't think we need to continue with this. So this is a short duration. I urge you, sir, to use your wisdom to continue with the other members.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I think there is no space for us to demonstrate our emotions in this August House. It is not necessary.
Yeah, that's why I have.
So, whenever any concern is to be flagged, let every honourable member of the August House take recourse to the available space provided by the rules of procedure and conduct of business and do so. That is my submission.
Point. Mr. Speaker, sir, I think this is the first time ever inside the House where the short duration discussion is more than 2.5 hours. Sir, as per the rules, I think right from the very beginning, we refer to the rules, maximum 2.5 hours, and now it's more than 2.5 hours. So therefore, sir, I think let us close this business, and then we can take up another business of today, sir.
Haga sngi jongka dorbar senrai ka short duration discussion ka badai ka jingyatai ka balingkot por kala long penban kum ka jingyatai no confidence motion habaka liang persha kala thalanting ya ka sarkar o konrat sangma da ka bakno ba kamshim lala bantre kam hapokini ki laisnem bakala don hakabor
Lajar baru kini khoj kaliang persha klai shibenta ban sai madane ke jimbamla ka sarkar MDA bantre kam Nikongla sedang Zenith Sangma ubala sai madani ki babon ki kam nadu ke jing penjari curfew hadu sapu prasngi halor ke jeki khan motor nangta ke jing jah ichamati hakabolo ba ka sarkar kam shimla ban yada ye ke jingsha priyap uwe du khat seng bhalang nangta ke jing pathai bom bar ke jingsha siadiap uba cherish ula theru halor ke jikhayi doyong bian ke jiyap kinongti doyong hakrem doyong la arsen laisien Kiwi par kiblai kren bantheting ekaliang serchar kilong ka dikanchi shira kamiani di chira uba Charles Pingrop uba George P Lingdo baruba Mohendro Rapsang Ubidri rangba ke jelaw karat ke sangma habajuba bat penshai kini ki jingsha kno ula ther kalai kaliang persha dakabong babaro ki jinge ki baka sarkar jo ukamat kadei namar ke jingbam layer jo ka sarkar kabladeb ula sairu de ki jinghe jingdia bar yunu jor ke jingtre kam ka sarkar kabladeb bar kini ka sarkar kabamenta Ula peri ke jengkeu ke jeng trekam ha ka belashi spasgi ha ka ba ka sarkar bladep ka pentrekam tang drus paklur hindre benta kalakeu shakashi hajar klur tingka. Nangta ha kaliang ki self help group ki badan na kalai hajar tali bad yo pisa tang khat phra klur tingka menta kladan hadu lai phulai hajar tali bala yo pisa hadu shispa klur tingka.
Sir, it's very easy to point fingers. So there was a time when in the vaccination we were the last in the country. Worst, rank number 28. 28 ranking, sir. That is failure. That is failure. Ranking 28 in terms of vaccination. Today we are ranked number 3. This is success, sir. I want to ask, is this failure or success? In PMGSY, we had hundreds of kilometers of road that were not completed. Hundreds of kilometers. Government of India was ready to blacklist us. But then our Deputy Chief Minister, the entire PWD team, the chief engineers, they worked day and night. And today, hundreds of kilometers of roads have been constructed. Government of India has, in fact, informed us that the performance of Meghalaya is good, that we're going to move ahead with another phase. Now, is that failure or is this failure? When the blacklisted projects of those government earlier, we have managed to revive them and worked and finished those projects. MG and REGA. Today, we are spending more than 1,300 crores. There was a time, 5 years back, when our amount was not even 600 crores. We have increased our expenditure MG and REGA from 600 to 1,300 crore. Is that failure or is that success, sir? So there was a time before 2018 when we had just 3,000 self-help groups under NRLM and other programs. Just 3,000. We distributed 18 crores to them. Government of India pulled us up. This is what is happening. Why aren't you able to create more self-help groups? Why aren't you able to complete the work and ensure that more groups are formed and distribute the money we gave? So we worked hard. The team, the officials worked day and night. And today from 3,000 groups, we have reached 33,000 groups. From 18 crores, we have reached 200 crores. So is that failure or success? Sir, this assembly building, I don't know what we call it, been here for almost 20 years. And before 2018, nobody could decide what to do, no decision was made. But then when this government came in 2018, we made a decision that we will start the construction, and sir, today in your leadership, we are almost about to complete the new assembly building. Is this failure or is this success, sir? I would like to ask the opposition. Why did it take 18 years for you not to decide?
Ulakdo rui ke jingkiu halor ke jingpulut pisah ke roi ke par da ke boong bahak snem aja khasan khan riu la pulut nyo hajar praspa prabasau klur tingka hak snem aja khan nyo khat pra la pulut khandai hajar praspa klur tingka hidre menta la pulut hadu khatsau hajar klur tingka.
We have our budgets, sir. We prepare the budgets and then the expenditures are made. Sir, in 2015-16, we had an expenditure of 7,884 crores, 7,800 crores. In 2017-18, the government spent a total of 9,000 crores. In today, as of now, sir, we are going to cross more than 14,000 crores, sir. From 9,000 crores today to 14,000 crores. That is a kind of jump in terms of the expenditure of the government that has taken place in the last 3 years. And so this cannot happen without proper governance. Because when the governance is good, that is when the funds will flow. The funds will flow on time, the UCs will be given on time, Government of India will give more money, other agents will see that this government is performing and more fund will come in. The fact that today the expenditure has gone up from 9,800 crores in 2017 to today in 2021 at 14,000 crores. 5,000 crores increase reflects the overall governance and the fact that implementation of the projects has been the best in the history of our state, and the highest expenditure ever has happened in the last 3 years. And the benefit of this goes to the people. This will add up in the GSDP of the state. So therefore, sir, this is a very important indicator. Another very small point I would like to mention here, that the Honorable LO was mentioning about the different points of the EAPs. So I would like to inform the House that today, as of today, there are more than 8,000 crores of EAPs that are being implemented in our state. 8,000 crores. And today, it is these consultants that our individual MLAs and other members have mentioned, saying that who are these consultants? Why are we taking them? Why are we paying them? So it is because of these consultants that in the last 3 years alone, in 3 years alone, we started new projects of 4,200 crores. And they have been sanctioned and they will be implemented. And a large number of them, of these projects, should be starting by the third quarter of this particular financial year. So therefore, sir, when it comes to overall governance, these big banks like JICA, KFW, ADB, New Development Bank, World Bank, they will not fund the government if they don't see that this government has the capacity to spend, that this government has the capacity to actually perform. This is another clear indicator that this government has been efficiently utilizing the funds. The overall machinery has been working. A lot more needs to be done, a lot more. But coming here and saying that there's been a failure is completely incorrect on part of the members, sir.
Halor ke jik syakno belajur ke jik hayi do yong bian ukonon ulong bahaden bla thau ye ke MMDR Act la kem hado laispa iwengot ki bakhayi do yong bian ula therting eru kaliang persha halor ke jek khaput na kabong ba omdan kaliang persha kabatip ikikat artli ki jaka ki baya kaja hindre mau utip lut barula lejru shiki kattu ka nitli ki jaka baru utip ki ei ki jaj benriu ki basa hakini ki shnong ula thalan ru babaro katas nem ki sarkar kila shure tegen tang ha ka status quo hindre ka sarkar jo u kala sedang ban yapen bet sendan mar ka asam.
We have taken a large number of steps to ensure that cases and different kind of crackdowns are done on any kind of illegal activity that goes on. 301 cases have been booked under Section 21 of the MMDR Act against persons involved in illegal coal mining and transportation since 2019. In fact, the provisions of the MMDR Act were only brought in by this government because the provisions under CRPC are not that strong. So under the provisions of the MMDR Act, a person will be in prison for minimum 5 years. This is the seriousness that we had to ensure that we reduce the overall cases of any kind of illegal activity that's going on. But having said that, sir, honorable members must be knowing that in the CAG report from 2013 to 2018, 49 lakh metric tons of illegal coal was transported according to the CAG report between 2013 and 18. 49 lakh metric ton, 5.6 lakh trucks were carrying illegal trucks according to CAG report in 2013-18. Sir, what I'm trying to say here, sir, is that when you point a finger at others, 3 fingers are pointing at you. That's what I want to tell. Please remember that. And that's why I appreciate when LO has spoken that though we are trying to bring it to your notice, we're trying to figure out how to move forward. I appreciate that, sir. But pointing a finger and blaming this government only for all these problems that are there is not correct. In fact, if you would ask me, sir, all these problems would not have been there. It is a failure on part of the previous government that when 2014 there was a ban by the NJT, why didn't they challenge it in the Supreme Court at that point in time? Why did they have to wait for so long? It is this government that challenged that particular order in Supreme Court, and we got an order in favor in 2019. And now, sir, we are in the process of starting the scientific mining. And that July 2019 order is an order that is historic in nature, because not only the land rights, but even the minerals that are below it belong to the people. It has been certified by the Supreme Court.
U Dr. Mukul Sangma unong elam jong kaseng Congress ulo ong ba hadin ka jingsha khwai na ka jingsha tan seng no jong Martin Dango hadin ka election MLA kasnam arajar khat pra kaseng kalai le ting e ban pin sngong tho ya ki khot bat ki MLA jong kaseng halor ka jing prishang jong ki pat ki seng ban tan no ya ki MLA kaseng shawai pat
ulong bakam de ka basuk henry ka Congress kala la ban te la kam ni ban pinyatli ki MLA bakin light na ka jingsha khwai haki wei ki seng san per thei
Whoever were keenly watching the political developments in the state post 2018, after the formation of the new government on the 6th of March 2018, what has happened? There has been the usual poaching, and the usual poaching, which obviously is not confined only in the state of Meghalaya. It has happened. We are still witnessing the same thing happening everywhere. So this whole new trend of poaching the members of particular political party has been on all across the country. And this has been here, and you have seen how the whole aggressive poaching culminated into one of our colleagues from our party resigning and joining another political party and creating a vacancy in the respective constituency and forcing a by-election. So this is there for everybody to see. Now, after that, did they stop? No. Did they continue? Yes. Are they continuing? Yes. But let us keep on record that we have been able to insulate our team effectively from all this poaching exercise. And that is probably the toughest job which we have embarked upon. And we have successfully taken this responsibility of protecting and insulating our team till now. And that is not a simple job against, the kind of might and force and other, whatever factors are there, which can actually influence the mind of the members of the party. You can easily understand, what are the forces that is used, including inducement, etc., etc. So, the toughest job that we have had was to keep our flocks together, the members. After one of our friends out of the 21 elected who left us, and we have successfully done it. And not just that, we have not just been busy in keeping our flocks together, insulating it from the impact of the continuous poaching, but we have been able to actually remind people about the difference of the kind of governance that we get in the preceding years, the difference of governance that you see now. If somebody says that is it comparable, I will say it's not comparable. Please don't compare. Yeah, because our focus were different, but the focus of the present government is completely different.
Hello, Kajingwan Pai Biang Uba Arji Lingdong, MLA Barim Chika Congress, U Dr. Mukul Ulong Ba Mountain Tut Yanuru, Kibakwa Banwan Chika Seng, Heneka Congress Kadeka Seng Kabadan Laki Jong Kinongrim, but Baro Kibarung Haka, Kideban Port Ikinongrim, Bakaseng Kadon.
Everybody has their own wisdom. They'll be guided by their own conscience. And Congress provides platform for everybody. We don't put any obstacle for anybody from coming in. Okay. But how we do it is more important. And that also revolves around how the perception will be generated, the narrative will be generated. So how we do it more important, but who comes and who goes, as I have said, for every political party, not just for Indian National Congress, party will remain, But if the parties which have been established are not able to have a strong foundation, the party also will disappear, along with the people who come and leave the party. But there are political parties who have their roots already, and therefore leaders will come and go, but then it also will be determined by how people respond to those kind of leaders.
Sangut ki Rio Pau Khamat Jong Kajala Meghalaya, Menhaka Khan Rio Tarik Mentau Benai Kila Pinsno ne Rungno LD Shakaseng Congress.
Kini gilong uba RG Lingdo MLA Berim Kalaim Kra, uba PNCM MLA Berim Kamau Sindram, Dr. Finella Nonglight Kertong Balai Kun Namo That Rashan, ba M1 Swet Kertong Balai Kun Shela, baruba Adrian Milim Ubalai Kun Sora. Yagini Lapriang Skobha Kajialang Kabi Shongshit Bahajago Congress, Hahaga Hotel Shillong, Hakabalai Donlang President Bathamai ki MPCC uba Vincent H. Pala, President Berim u Dr. C. Lingdo, ki MLA, ki MDC, bar ki wegi ki Khotchaka Singh. Uba Ajilindo habakran hakani ke jelang ulong buka Congress kadon hakalinti ban lebha ke election arja arpulai barkan yoru ke jimbun pat dan ke absolute majority. Ulong ru bong rong biang che kasain perthei namar bo yo iya ke jingtrat ke senchar ka khadar ke jisha leben ki pajba ban bon ki jinge. Ulong ru buka Congress ka satlat namar bakadon kinongelam ki bamkwa baki weiru ken ki hukum kinongelam. Hindri ke jingwan uba pala kemunongelam ungej bakandon ke jingkala.
One of the reasons why perhaps this party doesn't have a second line of command, so to say, is because whoever is in command is more interested in getting rid of the competition than in encouraging the second line of command. Let's call a spade a spade. I think when Marvinson came and talked to me, I could see that at least here is a team player. A man who will consult, a man who will work with others. And I think that is what we need in order to sweep 2023. I firmly believe that we can get absolute majority in 2023. But we have to stop pulling the carpets from each other's feet and we have to work together as a team.
Mungkin baru apa yang dilong jong constitutional state baru apa? You don't come to alternative government. Kalau very strong. Dengan apa yang baru bilang the only party to come to power in 2020 to bring a change is only Congress party.
Possibility bukan untuk family not sure. Bukan kata. Karena nomor bangsa apa bentuk. Ngatrai negara parti bukan kampai juga bentuk. Till now, ngatrai. Baik Pak Musa lagi kita empat kami Musa mau dimut sih nomor badin mengajak MDC nama kar bentuk. Fiscal ba ngalom close bertiru. Kenang terlalu sim di belum Musa nomor bentuk sudah dijui. Kita nggak bisa dimut. Clearance ba iba pala berat aja kalau ke program juga untuk semua jadi oh berangkat mentah kembangan masuk dia semua juga benar-benar kalau kita bersang juga boleh ban min nak kesan kongres terjadi kerja sendiri cuma pala presiden baru di scam dari tentang scam dapat
Hadin jong kitu khubor nya sange biang sa shipor dang yai sa bangi na kabentai kini ki bebat ki khubor. Taka pilot project on pentrekam yaka MRSSA. Weng no ka Congress yaka jing thu pen klem ya u shongknor. Palat ar akar klun ei ubar jela pen ibor wat ya utrai jaka bat ekador ba shnong mausmai hari boy. Sange yakhi kinong trei casual katanat ka kot khya hari boy district. Bat kibai deki khubor.
Nak kamai mentasi. Kam biang pi. Belayu. Pi so diau ba. Kadau kolong ba ngampat sim ketika ya dah COVID-19 tu. Kadau ki brio ki semua atatien tu ban ki taksi jonga. Dia boleh pa pemilih sim eta encek eta. Kata kan kuat tambah masuk lumar jemut. Benlek atau online ter bas kuih kolong bangamdan teh ke phone ke babiang badan di internet hentip saya bagi sarkar kalau sedang mana etika kelam dan kaman berupa pisulat bed kadang tuang tu penyoy ka syasa ha pisulat bed akan nokono ke cakap ain jack akan nokono si bagi ai singkat bagi ID jong pi bagi penyoy ketika dana kelam COVID-19 hentan kamban ne lupa akan nokono ke registration inspenlah ya ke cakap etika kata ti khubor babaik kan yang ai to kata saya kendo mo awak beli kerja nak kerja balik simno ketika ya dah mentah kesini mapipat What I doubt you, simi ketika yada klaim dapat sub issue ekapor.
National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya.
Lawan pabias ni RiKhasi channel ni beteng biam mentai ki khubor. Menteri Ramba ka Jelau Konrad ke sama ula pentip ba ka sarkar kala pentrikam ia ka Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act but ia kan ia hakini ki benai ki banwan on sa pentrikam kum ka pilot project haki arne lai teligishno. Lingba kani kandan ka online registration ye kinong shongwai kinong bella ba ki wei ula kinta ni kiching ong ba ka MRSSE kala shujar ngai no na ka boang ba ka facilitation check gate kala trekam umling na ka benta jo kito ki buwan shabar
Obviously, something that we would like
na ka
to
benta kito ki buwan na shabar.
But obviously, if it comes just about 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, I had a meeting at my level, and the NIC, the Deputy Commissioner of Shillong, and the police department were present, and the first presentation of the online registration system for the MRSSA was presented to us. Based on that, there will be data entry operators who will be there in different police stations. The software will be online. The system of the headmen to register and inform the administration and the police regarding who are the people in rented places will be again online. So all these presentations were given to us, and based on that we have asked for some more changes so that the system becomes more user friendly. And as soon as that is done, we plan to take up 2 to 3 localities on a pilot basis. So I expect that maybe in about a month's time or 2 months' time we'll be able to start a pilot project on creation of a database and making it online at the earliest. So, as a government, we have been very, very committed to this. The MRSSA implementation has been happening. The task force in all the districts have been constituted. The entry point at Umling has been set up. The entry point and the facilitation center at Mendi has been set up. The entry and exit and the facilitation center in Ratachera and in Bajingdoba area is under construction. So clearly these are all indications that the MRSSA is being implemented, and we have always maintained as a government that we are committed to these aspects, and we are also very much aware about the concerns, and as we go along, as I said, even I have been informed that after close coordination with the district administration, there are certain localities who have started implementing the MRSSA and have started creating their own softwares also to keep a record of this. So we have informed them that that NIC is preparing a centralized database for this.
Kaseng Congress kabaran ha kaliang persya kala weng no ya kajing tmu ban weng no ya usong kenor ka yeng dorbar uba met ba lingdo lingba ka resolution ka ba kila de ban ai ha kini kisngi ki bala dep
ya kani la ya thu do Dr. Mukul Sangmam ha khasaw ta unai lor man daw slam.
There was a conscious decision of the CLP that since our point was already to a great extent met through just submission, therefore further pressing for resolution to be taken up in the House is felt not necessary. So communication has been already given to the Assembly Secretariat that the resolution so submitted on that particular day under the relevant rules of provision of under the relevant rule of the rules of procedure and conduct of business and under the provision of the Article 179 of Indian Constitution stands withdrawn.
Ubapiti saukmi MLA ka Maulai Constituency menaga khalai treatment tau benai ulapan pau badia thoba baro ki MLA jongka jelai kila yang scam lang kawe naga benta ban pin urlong iya ka ILP batkin om shong thait kat ba om pat yo ya ka
bagi scam om ta naga jong baro ki MLA jong ki MLA ki bedan la kadim ta naga yang sarkar position dong idan ro pungut mentang sa san penyungut scam baro hi ngong ti baro ngilong kawe hakabri issue ILP kalong ba no ILP no res ada kam ILP ingin message slogan jengi kalau kat pa ILP ingin sangkai kata ka slogan na kalong jengi namar na kalong chamtam na kalong jengi kemeli ni sim ni issue na magla pass apo jongka apo ka flow the house ila pass association ba question jengi kalau ba la pass sport dalhi bangin activity ba nakadang jong soka India kan putrikan aino ILP po jong jela me clear markat ko muji genduk nak kalian jong honorable chief minister rengkat baru Amit Shah kibai orang ba nak kalian jong pass the constitution of house mat ko muji ko dong that pass one sini kamar kebentar besar nak jong hi marmar nak dong dok kum ga Christmas gift ban ai ki pai ba jong kamar kalian hamdi ba LP dan dia kalau kayak gitu bersungsi atau kata-kata ngelaya nak wake Christmas aku pakai Christmas barkai ke bangi ke kamu tak mana yang jenis kalau ba hakab bedai bat ka jimum sim cikri nak kalian jo Union Home Minister nak kalian Union Home Minister hakab ni konghi nak kalian jo Chief Minister ki minister rengkat bat kisah halang lekan du Amit Shah opek ni nak kalian juga orang mau lihat kamu keluar dek asumsi kalau nak kalian iba nak kalian juga klip yang lebih isu Henry kapan kamu sana PLP menakan ni ke last visit Abu Amit Shah wan siapa yang jalan jengi tu sini play ke SBT berbagai projek kita kebidenti hatu su kapan nak kalian juga Amit Shah unaipor berkendu nak kalian juga sorkar aipor berkendu bagi sembalang fair bat tujuh rona kapan rajau jengi ke meni Deka sini buwan nak kalian juga wan man finish po ngajalan jengi nak kalian juga kalau kumis ba aipor warga sorkar aipor tang belum mala bagi sembalang ru aipor paling ni mediru itu hak beri bagi isu nak kalian kajong apa bagi scam nak kalian bom nak hantam nak kalian sembalang ru kadang nak kalian jukiru kan isu jo ILP kadang ni apa apa kadang kemensi kadang kadang nak kan isu ngimdai nak kalian jungi kalau bangin klep ngimdai kalau bangin bosdien kan isu ILP kadang top priority na bangin sutu baga isu ILP kadang kawin kan isu ILP bangin scam dan yo ni ya kan mata ya kan yang dikaan kan jeda bakram nam ta je beri pajung
Kajing pini board jong ki bar jalaban klon ya ki jaka ki puta hap ok jala Meghalaya kalanang pa per thai shu haba hakini ki sngi uwe ubar jala blatip kerteng kom u Rohit Kapoor ubri utrai jong ka wei ka Karkhana Resource Rubber Private Limited ula klon ya wei ki jaka ka ba ula shu shem wai bat ula peni boru wat ya utrai jaka ubri utrai ritrai muluk
kani ke jingjia pen ibor kalaja hadin bo try kate ke chaka ubatip keteng kum uba Cleopas im ubadeiru UCM barem ka KCDC ula ujor halor ke jingthok ke jing syukur jong utei ubarjala ubalaklun ya ke chaka jong u palat na ka balawai ke balong khatnyo hajar sans per square foot hadu palat RiKhasi badru ubam sim na buram buat ya seskolar ke balasoi ha padang utrai jaka bat ka dorbas nong mausmai ban wanra ya ki katukat ni ki kampenroi hakne ke sinong katkum ke jithu da utrai jaka laong ba uba CBCM ulat hit ya kini kecaka haus nam arjar khatnyo bat laiwai sha Rohit Kapoor bante ya Karkhana jiri kumba khatnyo hajar sans per square feet bat ru ban but thik kendon jong kador basnong kumju ban minjur ya kejing yarai ban wanra ikatukat ni ki kampenroi hakani kasinong pheusi uni ubarjala ulayai kompong da kabakulun ru hadu arakar kecaka bat ban pini iboru wat ban numbut thik ya kejing soy seskolar bat kador basnong
kum utrai jaka hakabanengkong akwa banyat kelenti ke bajai terengkat bat ka jentrel lang bat ka dorosnong nadu uslam arjar khanyau ke bangala thit ya gane ke ceka bat ngalai thu ra dorosnong mangan sa aiwai ya kene hagarobar factory da ka ba en penbit penbiang ya ka agreement henry hadu benta ngadang yo bansan ya ka kaca agreement ke baklem pat pendepura hakmat ka dorosnong ngalai yo lut kikot gislan nadu ka dorosnong nadu ka dorbar right hadu ka DC office ka balade penbit penbiang kot gislan junga bat enda une ulale tam haganya dei bat agreement mengdobal sinong ngaru kum ubreu ngalas kum utrai sinong bangan don ka kamram banikit lang bar sinong katau ki dulut ya kita kijingkular kijungu bat kisah haras da ka bahasa IFIR ngaru ngaya cekman ngong ba ngaru kum utrai jaka ngam tre syu ban ai ya ban pentikna ya kene ka list din agreement baru ngade ba ngan cancel no ngakarpa dobal sinong ba bakin itu ya kata bangan cancel no ya kene ka list agreement kumadon ya se gibakren da kumne kumtai sepang kataka benami ngau try jaka nga aiwai u habangam la un pentrikam un pentrai kat kumi kandon jonga bat ki kandon jonga dorbar snong mereka weru uklam fulfill ngala report ru saga district council haka arpu tarik benai Januari mentau snam verbal report bat maki kilas dang bensim action ki one inquiry hangne ba ngalaong ba lada umpat don ki kot kisla ki babiang nanga bat ki kot kisla babiang na kador barsnong himdei ban ai ke terding license saus nem ularon klem tip ke dorbar right klem tip ke dorbar hima klem tip ke district council klem tip ke state government henry ulala ban peniak yaka kendit kensan haka pratarik ubnai agos uyo terding license kapenlongo inga kum try jaka kapenlongo ru aga dorbar song kum ngitip ngala ai ga complain haswa jong kata ngala ai ru ga complain support district office na du tarik Julai rengkat ki por attorney ki bangla thung pedang jumpam bun kam ngala thung ya uba min makri bad uba dipol ratiang bakin ya cakmat ban pei ban kmi ya ganeka kam dengan sulungo baki bor jongka district council baki bor jongka ka district administration kimle AA ngasungu ya ka FKGGP ka balakot inga mentakasi kiongwan ngin pei ki kod disla jupi namar baka don ka huri ura po snong po thau ba pania illegal kata ka company pide way ubadon ga jingkit klik kiongwan ngara ki kod kisla baro ngala IT haki ya gijing sisa baro kiba ka dorbar snong dorbar right kala ai ngala submit yaki kila pei thu ikot kisla kumno kini cekmat ya kata ngapil ru hakamat jong senjuk ka dorbar kirang ba snong kilawan na gijing sukhya ban pek ya kene snong ka thau ngapen sngo ya pi kum try jaka banga klem ya like ka way ru ka kendon nadu na snong nga ai ga information cha ka DC office nga ai ga information cha ka police department ka por bawan joint inspection bar ka dorbar snong roba snong dalade bar ka konhun ngilawan joint inspection nga ai wai khat nyo hajar san spa san post square feet ka jaka Apeng gajing bun kam jonga ula encroach ya kene jaka ki bapli dorbar snor kim tip ula tei ya kene palat ar akar ngasulungo bah bangala komplain ya kata sagi bor jonga district council sagi bor jonga ka district administration kim le AA ki ai por ka balengo kalong ba ngiwan hang ne haka por ka ba ngiwan inspection haka khasau tarik Julai rangkat ba kini ki bor sinong ngikot igi pulit bikin wan senran ki wan dang ila jandep kam mentakas ngi ngalungo bantip habang iwan mangi ni pentip sine bandrung ban pei usmi rangkat bar ka dorong tang ka to kan ngon bagi pulit kila ap lupa te ka ke badon seledet ngangam la bantip syong hapi gi pai ba syong hapi ginong syong ru ginong yalam seng balang bakin tip ya ka jingisya ya ka jinglong jong une u bawan seng gane ka company u banyu rot ya ki hok jong ngau trai jaka yu rot ya ki hok jong ka dorbar sinong yu rot ya ki dor ya ka dorbar right but yu rot ru ya ki bor penia district council bor penia jong state bor
halo gaji
kulun bi an ya ga jaka jonga ga bangala aiwai o khatnyo hajar san po square feet ula kulun palat ya ka arakar napdeng ga jaka bangamyo suban lek sakamon ngamyo suban lek sakadiak nang ta kwa roban pentip sapiba laya soy ya ka katcha list agreement klempad register haga kerteng jong upal bindar jit sing lengba ka resource rabar private limited ngayo kajing tip ka batikena ko kislaru kidon banga ba la INOC haga kerteng jong u HR sing resource rabar te kita ka pen contradict lada ki ya bisar ki pek benia ki breu ki banang basta tak boleh
sini sama ada building kalau bisna building sama sini karena teman suami ada baik di dalam semarin muncul jadi ya banyak kendu banyak day nakadal kalantis job card ya kadang kalantis isna ada kalau job card lagi nunggu tong baru ya isna ya kepisah tabung yo na blok baru niat perlu untuk kalantis ini tidak di blok itu di siap semen isna itu nanti bang hapor warga ka factory ndak lakdang yung ya agreement mangi sebab dia dikali dibantu saka handre magi ki penyak dikali ki bakar saka besok po saka ki bakar saka hadu kan saka penyak tehlar kan tempat di kular dan senah lagi petngan lap ya bentak itu kaji kita sekolah di kalong ba ke Bandung ke enam takalanti batin penyak dikali dibantu saka ba kata kalanti kenok betang sport bonus nahi dah kalau lantai jong. Oh, kabar, bonus nahi kayak school boleh pensina pergi school tang tu awal malam. Dan dah kelamul pendek tu. Dawan orang hendak pendek, hendak kau ngal ada pendek mulai kenapa orang ini. Oh, apa lagi? Kadang nama tak buat umur orang mana school. Pada hidup di nongsis nong kata katanya, nak hendak ni hendak lakar hadu minta uni umpat lagi ya. Pada
Kajing sedang kalau justru kita sosial pangdang le mana haba bila penat di kulit teh. Ini lah boleh gitu. Sama kan. Tekan ni kita sedang ketahu. Ini sedang kalau justru sih. Kalau kita lihat sosial.
Halor kani ke jingja hak khalai terek unai lor kinong elam ke FKJGP bat ke dorbar kirang ba sinong river district klayar sakate ke sinong banti benya halor kani ke jingja dak bawat benya ikot kisla bat hadir narai benne ya kendu ya kinong penya jong kate karkhana penmi jiri hari ke basosi ke long bo te ubar jela simla aila ya utara jaka bat kinong elam ke dorbar sinong bandung syapok kani ke karkhana ke baulak te ha ke sinong mosmai
Creation of Khasi Jentian Karo People. Hadin ba nakaliang jong kadorasnong nanta nakaliang jong trajaka kilawun lawan nam changi kasang. Ke hadin kata ong ba nakaliang jong yu ong bang inisim ni kasenjam ong inahap cek ka choy kat isla. Hadin ba nakaliang jong ahi ngalasim yu kata senjam ka ba nila ai ka notice kata sumon saki pro api orang ba snong ba hong trajaka bangin pet kita ki dokumen te kumba pi reply ini da jong khamat bamne ngila cek kita isla ki dokumen nakaliang jong trajaka nakaliang jong ka darwasnong ke hadin ba nakaliang jong darwasnong ngila ikran ang ba ka kamahi ba nakaliang jong ni lek pet sapo kajaka sakate jaka badan kata resus robar lane ka pulimar politik mah te ngin wan sakane jaka te nakaliang jong urang ba snong lakapat nga ba mdei ni kana jibura te ngia penbet akal ti ka badai ba kato ngot ki nakaliang jong nang ngalam snong nakaliang jong isang balang leg ba nakaliang jong trajaka bangin leg ha kata ka jaka ba kumjuro nakaliang jong charman jong ka sinjut ki dang ba snong jabar go disek te ndang lawan hang ne theose kumba ni tongsai ba nakaliang jong police department ki ban yada ka jat RiKhasi leki dia dah penpan dia kibar jelas. Kata keban nakaliang jeni kesan ni peremjur. Bat hakaju kapor. Keban nakaliang jongi lada katala kabakil ada khang napo. Lada dei bangi kwa mangi nadu mene kala ada pra. Dei namar bangi buram mi kador basnong. Da kabangi buram mi kador basnong e kejing request jong rong basnong bat skeptisnong nim kwa ban penmi kana jing kejing huri hura nim kwa ban penmi kana jing kumar. Dei namar kata kadaung ni hap yang sabar ni hap sangap lang kumbas ngap urang ba snong ka i kabar nakaliang jong urang ba snong lo tha ni tegin hap yang lang sabar kumba pi menta ba nakaliang jong kata ka industri so kamla ban pli kata ka get ya kata ka get ka ba chapo kidan hi nakaliang jong police department ya nakaliang jong ni ngiso bon ang ba kanam chom jing e yangi bangin penpra ya ka ngiso bon ang hang ne ba kidan ki kato kan engut dia se ki bala ban bol de namar kata ki parada prasnam ki jongi ki ban bol lang bag new try industries kita bo keteng Rohit Kapur bat hakaju kapur nakaliang jongi nakaliang jo personal body haping ngilam jongo secretary jo central body lada khat ya Rohit Kapur ban kenu badu sapo office hadin bangila de khat ba nakaliang jongo secretary central body nakaliang central body kala pani jot gisla hadu minta mene ukam semua jot gisla ke ba kantup nadu ki labor license ki trading license ki single windows nang taka nakaliang jangga pollution board bak tatarte te de nomor kata na halor ba nakaliang jangga central body kala tha benga ang kabahi ba pi hapun budin nomor ka iko ba nakaliang jangga islang hadin mangila budin ni heuse ni iba kumba pi ni ta bakalong kumba pi te nakaliang jongi ni sosi jur ni sosi bat ngimpa ban temi ikono jing huri ora ndai lada barjlah hule kumne te ngin hap simpat dagawai berkasenjam ke bakam tange dagaba ngimpa asu ban petip ya urung basnong ngimpa ban petip su ya kadar basnong ngini ya lada ya ka ya kirang basnong ya kadar basnong ban ngin sale ya kabaran kam kata ka bang aso ban ang hakane kapor lada neu berjela umla ban kendu ya kinong yalam snong krem burum su ya kirang basnong ngiru ni saya dakawai kalanti
basnong di bhai karam di sokhya ka khrawe halot ka khubor ka bang ayo kali ka snong mosmai mar kan mar habangi ong senjuk kirang basnong ka snong mosmai ka hap lang hap tup jong kirang bas ha ka tup senjuk kirang basnong
Dena mat kadau kadang ke jikso. But anda banglawan dalade hakan ni jaka. Ngai iba pleng. Haduk kan ni kisah nyan ben ni kisnong kitau ki bade kamtam ni ko bodar. Man hakan ni ngidang ya tekhu ya ki jingja ki bodar ba pher. Taka ba solongo bat kalong ba niwan lang ni ban ya kran yu tra jong ni jaka. Halor ka kadum kan ram. Hari ini tra jaka ban pli. But hapon jaka ni factory ke balango kalong ba don da ki polis jong me kali ajongi. Bade ni pori boy. Kana pura apus. Te kai ka badan sanandar alor kata. Pijin sial ade bandan da security. Tere minta dan da polis jong me kali ajongi. Bade jong ka kana pura apus. Te nga solongo adu kata de mar ka daw nga. Dai nampak kata nga iba kini ki breu jongi lani ki no ilam jongi ki ada. Ya kini ki breu ki benaba. Te se ingin ya poi. Ketang-ketai
nakaliang senjam ni pipun sim halor kene
nakaliang jong senjam ingin up ya karai jong ada basnong mosmai telada kadau basnong mosmai don kambing disenjuk kiram basnong ban penbek hakawi gisi kamot ngi nakaliang jong senjuk kiram basnong baru ngin yawan lang ni ban ya don kat bat ka bakasnong mosmai
Tangshi sngi belami kene ka jing keno persaya Rohit Kapur ubalong utrai jong ka Resource Rubber Private Limited halor ka jing penyai be ain ba ka jing ya lat ka jong uya ka soskolar ba ula soy uni utrai jong kene ka company ulami syakmat ban pensyai ba kene ka jing syakeno ka jong u kalong ka bam don nong rim bat ka bam shongnia
Uni utrai ke company Resource Rubber Private Limited Rohit Kapur ula kena ru ya ubak CBCM CEM bariam ke KCDC ubadai utrai jaka ke badan hamaus mai ha ka ba kene company ke don ba ula penni ya ke jing kena ki baharu kompersya ya kitrai company kadai na kadau ke pisa nama ba kitrai kene ke company kita ada bensilut ya baru ke jing kam khantam ru ha ka bayadai berkerja soy sekolah ya ke jaka bantai ya kene company ke bala soy na ke bentar lai pus nam bat ru sibun ke jing se pisa so uni utrai jaka helai hadin Baula nang pan pisah klan pendek pisam kutai kitrai company kimsim na tere ban ai pisah show ya u badai hang ni basmi kini kikendum ram.
We have all the papers that this was the agreement we have come into with him, and these are the payments we have made to him. This through check. This is also the proof we have made payments to him. Which, if you want, I can give it to you, but my lawyers will come and give it all this to. They'll brief media again because we want this to be because you cannot. Sabotage somebody's image who's not there. Today I'm sitting in front of you. Tell me what have I done wrong? I would like to go and meet anyone. If he needs to meet the chief minister, I meet the chief minister also. What wrong did I do? If somebody is trying to cheat me and trying to tell the world that we have done things wrong, sir, he's saying it. I have not done anything wrong. I've paid money for 10 times more money which he thought we'd pay, yet we are cheated.
As of now, have you acquired this trading license? Do you have a trading license right now?
Yes, we have a trading license. After that, I told our local director, we appointed a lawyer in Shillong. The lawyer had to go 2-3 times to convince to the authorities, and then they issued because we had all the papers there. But somebody, and they said, some officer, I do not know the name, because one of our directors had gone there, and they said, Mr. C.V. Singh has stopped the trade license. But you will not give the trade license to. But why can he stop? Who is he to stop? So then we had to ask the lawyer to go and talk. So our lawyer went there, then he talked, then we got the trade license.
As alleged, you have not fulfilled all the agreement signed with the CVCM and also the village out here. Can you just clarify on that?
What agreement signed? So there the village, I've been given to understand, the village headman has or these people have said that we had gone to an agreement. Yes, this is under CSR. We had agreed on certain things. The one was that we make the school building, school walls, which we have made. Please go cross-check it. Only thing was, it was not cemented because 2 years back when the corona came in, the cement, I think everything was shut. So we could not finish that cement part. Then we had an agreement that we will run the trucks here for our material in and out. And if there be any damage to the road, we will do that. But we have till now not got any complaint that the road is damaged or something, and it's unfortunate if somebody is saying so. Please show us. We are ready to do that. And the second part is, it's not the road only where our company trucks are running. There are dumpers, there are JCBs running to cut something upstairs. Nobody's talking about it. If something has happened, still, if it's an agreement, if we have promised something, we'll do it. But where is the damage? Please show us if there's a damage. We are ready to do that. And moreover, anything for this, then the local club came to
my father and requested that since you few things are left, you pay the club, we'll get everything done. So we've been paying the club, and these are the papers of the club. That's what we've been paying them. Required for them, and all this money has disappeared. Yes, this is the local. This is our company letterhead, and this is what we have paid to this club. This is through check. We have already made till date 60,000 rupees we have paid to the club, and I don't understand if the village is, I don't know. I mean, we have to talk to them that why are they feeling this, because we are paying as per everything as we promised. And if there is something more, please come and talk to us. Tell us if there's an issue. We are ready to do that. But you cannot just, without telling us, you cannot complain or make an accusation that we are not doing something. We are doing everything as required. Yet I'm saying, we are human. If there's something missed, please talk to me. Tell us what is wrong. We'll do that.
Nagadaw ka jing le bampatiyaw jong ka sarkar jila halor ka jing dawa jong ka ilaka sutanga ban khang no mardor ya baro ki karkhana thang do yong ki badan ha ka te ka than man ha ka khalai treatment daw banai de ki hajar ngot ki pat ba jong ka than hapo ka jing lam jong ka environment coordination committee ki lami pat ba ban ya bandawa byang sa shisien na ka sarkar bakan pin ulong ka te ka jing dawa ka jong ki ban khang ya ki te ki karkhana thang do yong ki badan ha ka te ka than
ka jing ya pat ba kelas sedang namaran football mupala da ka jing lang pat ba ban hadin la penbut da kejingai kejat shadow shikilo terter shadow lat sutengah bayat lemba ya kekhlirat shadow shapelau kaslam direkam deputy commissioner da kabara lang ya kejing tho bat kejing perta ban penrem ya sarkar MDA kabayalam da ukonat kesangma kumju ru ya menteri ketenat industries and commerce uba singau balang dhar ujem sangma menteri ketenat khlau nolor ke Meghalaya state pollution board kabala ai semnot shekini karkhana khlam kano kejing pensngo pat ba wat late ya karkhana hajan kisnang basang besar kibreu Onda lapoi hasilan terekam deputy commissioner kipat ba kilatur puk syuruk syaplau bat hang ni lapan long da kejingelang balapnya da uba DH Malang chairman ke ECC bat layok ru ya kejingkran na uba reading war ubalong umuktiar kumju ru na kiwahe sinong bapher jong ke ilaka sutengah bat kiwahe sinong na kiwaipat ki ilaka baro kinong kran kilaong ba kejingdon ki karkhana thang do yong kolong ka bama hadu kata ya ka koi khia jong kipat ba kathan namar kipinmi ya ketedam bajakliam ka ECC kal aipor sitayo ya ka sarkar jela ban penduk pendam mardor ya borok ki karkhana thang duyong ki badan hapo ilaka sutna kenthop ki CTE bat CTO bat lada ka sarkar kadang le menti halor ka ni jing dawa ka ECC kan le da ka bating e persya ya kini ki karkhana
ka chitio nin yo ya ka khubor na ka shuki jong sa ba ka government ban khan lut ya ki ko factory ki badan sakre la ka ni kam trekam kumunong yalam balang hangni ba por na kran na masyur rangkat bat kinong yalam jamil baro kibidan ki hangni ka kamban punki ban yalum ya pi kumpat ba da ka wei ka sur la da ka sarkar kamle kum ki khun jong ke ilaka ngin sami da ka bor ban le yakini ki cook factory sponsor lepas kita memorandum kebangian kata nakabentapan pentulo yang kita di city kebetulan apa jauh ke elaka population sedang senior ICC kali so penayatu awida ngajing temu wayada ya hal nani ya jing ko jing khia yang I ara majing chon ara majing bichini you know treko boni lok jori treko la tang ara manseni amate wa ikwai yo alera ko khod hai reklama kerja chapang jingta yang ini kedamku
just get me and so many other sites. I request the government to close these cook factories inside our areas, and at the same time I request the owner of the cook factories, to think about the future of your child. I mean, what's the point of you giving your child the riches and wealth, meanwhile they do not have the wealth they deserve for? I also thank the EPP committee for leading us the way until now, and may God lead them the way to move forward. Long live. Thank you.
I am Miss Mvar. I am the advisor for the Environment Coordination Committee, Women's Wing. And today we all came up here today for this public rally for the thing that there is the outgrown of the coke factory in our Ilaka Sutnga. As of now, around 48 coke factories that have got the SWA, the single window agency we say. And after that, there are some of the coke factories also who have got the CTE, CTO. But today in this rally, the people came out in one goal, that is to stop, to close a complete closure of the coke factories. Irrespective of those factories who have the CTO, CTE, we don't know about all these things. People who came here today, they are not well-educated people. They are not aware about all this technical thing that is required by the factory. Okay, so all they came here today is that to protest against all this coke factory, to raise their voice, to let the government hear them, to hear the cries of the people, so that the government maybe who is, government being the mother of the whole state, people are expecting the government to do something, to hear the voice of the people, in a way, to close the coke factory, so that people will get a chance to enjoy the same benefit from the environment like they used before. Because as of now, we have seen there's a lot of negative impact of the coke factory. First thing is that on the environment, where people mostly here are depending their livelihood on agriculture, where people are depending their livelihood also on small agriculturing basis. For example, where they plant, vegetables and all in the hills, in those forest area. But now what is the situation is that after the coming up of these coke factories, even those coke factories who doesn't have the papers or whatever they say, they are still operating. Okay, after operating all these things, it seems that the agriculture of the people, they have been affected so much. The trees are dying. Those small bases of agriculturing of the people, like vegetables and all in the hills, those also has been affected so much. For example, when it comes to rice also, during those time where the rice bloom, during the time when it blooms, it opened, right? And at that time the smoke from the coke, it enters inside, and now people are consuming that. That is one way that is very much dangerous for the health of the people. So overall, I would say that these coke factories are not only affecting the health of the people. My friend will say much about the health hazard or the health impact of coke factories, but I would say is that it would be more affecting on the people's life. Their rights to live in a clean environment would be infected. Their basic human rights, that is to live in a peace and a calm environment, also is affected. And at the same time, as a whole, the ecosystem, the food chain will be very much affected. Therefore, we raise our voice to the government, so that the government can come and do the necessary thing, to bring back what the people deserved in this area. That's all I have to say.
Hadin jong kitu khubor nginya sange biang sa shipor dang yai sa ban ngi na ka bentai kini ki bebat ki khubor sange ya ki kinong trei casual katanat ka kot ka khya hari boy district bat ki be de ki khubor. Kilaiwan pai biang singi ke RiKhasi channel ngi beteng mentai ki khubor ki berasa. Hadin ke jing dap shi benai ke jing syasiat ubat cherish thank you mana ka khalai tri mentau benai lami sa ka sur ngiu kinong upper shlong ba kila penlong ya ka jing ya soi pat ba ka jing thang mombati ha jan me jong ka te ka si ha upper shlong.
Kipat ba shenrang bar kin thei kumjuru ki khina school bar kiseng bhalang kilami banya soi bar thang bombati bar kumjuru bar pelong ka jalang pat ba ki bakren hakani ka singi kila penram jur ke jingle ka sarkar bar ki kirshan ru ke jingdawa bar pinsange kamshwa shipor yaki pulir ki badan kati haka basiat yap uba thangki shibanai menshwa
jong ka singi ka baladab shibanai ka jingsha dakhat jubor jong ubahayin jongi haka kti jong kita ke babat ke paan mereka lekom no, hilang tan diberi ke bamdan ruem. Ni haban syak ikini kecilek jubor. Mereka kasnam kajang upara bahaya bahasa macam ni. Kan yai ot, bat kan yai ot, hakari bagajai negeri upara kawai. Bat kan yai sak kenang. Kumbat diberi kujuang baganda pun kaksud, kang supang kalajak kacang menjut. Raya makas nam kalami kanyai kinjut pat kanyai ut pateng la pateng nak benda jong ni upara jong ni men bahaya bahasam jong ni
nimsam kentho alat ya baro dipulet ho nyitep dipulet kadang-kadang dibaya jat kendreu ndrai ni kentho e kutu dipulet di basnil lagi dei kimender la ne lagi dei kijat kendreu ki jong ni dei kilang yong bakudim kunu balet penyap pet kala jong upara do upara snam agwa benong e pi wap juan le dabang Wap le singham tang asor shulong yen le cha khaput wap le tang asor shulong namar nitak karam kabet ki no bi kai khan ngai ada binut wan mer khamat ki badba la ni usam na jong kajat bi kilong di bala khre ada bi duat ben tengku bar khamat wan ki duat ba khre kilong di bala khre
Nyimdan de ki wei pati kentien bang sop bang span ya kata ka jing ya ka jing jinjar bat ka jing kendo jo phi kong be Rekong kajat penriu, ini yang terli kawai, kabingi don bat pi, nado kasgi belas jang jong kakhalai terik, bat hado mata, kakhalai terik, jong unailar, arhajar arhuai, kani aisa ki khana, pateng la pateng, namar kasnam, jong riwile, jong kajat penriu jong i, kalapin tiwen, iu pat kabriu nyong trap kaleng.
Kajing yalang jong kasur kipat ba nakaleng ke RiKhasi kepada lo manaka khatsan terik mentau benai ha maulai kalarai bantau no ya kasur upat hinyau trep naga benta ban yakun ha ka bai dei bat kajing syasiat yap upat cherish thank you
ha kani kajing yalang balawan poi kinong yalam na kisur nakaleng kalarai ru ban ai da kajing tho shau menteri rang ba kajela ban pinsngau ya kajing dawa jong kim
kani ka ji kundu lang kajungi mentagsi kaba khatsan terik Bunai berkenaan, arjar arway, ya, ilambun, isur lagi distrik beker, ilawan, mana ada kerjaan, kasur jong hidung mulai. Ke, ngah ni jiksia ngawan, kum orang bak sinong, banlong Sherman, nak tak ni jigalang, banlong bak sinong, dengan sepoi berkat, dengan sajian tuan Sherman jong di kasur jong di jong terap. Ke, Gawai kasur, baru ki bawan hakni ke jingalang mentaksi, ki lapan rem jur, ya ke jingja kerja pekat lain tarik, halor siap peniap usman, ya iba cheers thank you, bawa ekor play, but gawai jingdawa kebakat sur kino mulai kerawa, kalau bagi suspend immediately, ya kita kulit kita involve atau ke plan killings. Kini kasur pemerintah kesiru ia keren keribat ni, buatnya sepenuhnya yang kesiti siapa pun keribat baik, ya jadi kam berkunjung siapa chief minister, jauh government negara. Jimat beri keren kini berbicara kalong baik, baru diberi penpau baik, dia representatif sebagai distrik repair, penpau baik yang kerja Sokia, halor kerja siapa yang Usman, jadi kursun lah jadi nakapur, buat Berpawe kasur bagim kuah bakani dan nangja infusion. Nata kada ni form ni kasur beri yang terap kalau banyak na ini kijing jasa yang lep kun samna jadi hak kuat benangwan buat kijing program kalau baik halo kijing lek yap ya view belum pai sekelanti kepada dan kebaca kalau kijing jak sufi buat se kijing yap jumpa serius kedai kijing kerku na minta keberi yang terap ini berwarna yang kijing teli jambaro di pai ba nong song sinong jumpi yang terap ini hangni ngim dan sen balak baru ide isur jong yang terap nyim simjiet ya kinu di sen balak ni bat kibuan hangni baru kai ide ki besokya nam ta gari cai beliau nam ta imlang salam bat nak menta ikun samla banyada ya rawi gitu
ki nong tray casual hapo katana ka koi ka khia hari bhoi district mana ka khan re tray menta ka tiyo ki la pensang ye no ya ka program ki jong ki persha ya ka sarkar jilla hadien ba na kalian ka sarkar kala ai ya ka jingkular bakan pendep no ya baro ki mat jing dawa ki jong kini ki nong tray casual ling ba ka jingkular ka bala ai da u menteri jong katana ka koi ka khia
Kumpan penken mau kini kinong tray hakalama jang kariboy Progressive Health Casual Workers Union kila sedang ka program yakhi adu ka khatsau tarek nailur ahaja arpoe Civil Hospital nongpo daga bara alama yong bat sha thangan badai hadin lai singi bakila peloin ka jekhi bada ka jingshim khiau MLA ka nongpo ba Meryl Bonds e menyakran hapo ka dor bar senrai u menteri ka tana ka koi ka khia ula kular ben pen urlong no eki mar jing dawa jongki kata ban thungkam pura no eki hapo ka tana ka koi ka khia
Kebening kong esok kebening tempal bikin semua yang play yang betul begini kepor, dan nadu kepor begini kepor hanya kepor show beje, nak kalian itu ikut di casual worker nilai adam hati cintuai bantuai kau play itu bab, ya ini kecil kebening ini kecil, batang hari ini tidak kepor, ini tempal bikin semua yang play hak kebening layo kecil kep, banyak kecil kecil lama hak assembly kalau tiang ya kebening ID polarization na ini gigino kukangot di casual worker jong ka health department hang ya po karibo high district ya kini ka program na ban kendai kulay ro ya kini mat ki dan burom jong ka ne kari kasi ka kini hamta be kini mat jong ka dong di boy bat kirbang ya ba meru bonsin ki la shim ya kini kitli dapat kia na ka benta jong ki casual worker ha ka ban lala ban yo ban khet yo yo so jong ka cingop bakan yang asal tu bakan day kendai ke day kata ke cingit ke bangkula ke joglay ke ba ulale nak benta jini kinong tray casual
pada kita bicara kita berkau nak lihat ini way ki perambar tu ki soal apa ribuai warna peram club LR tadi ki syafiat nomor itu bagi kita mesti ni tingkat dua hari asam lori dia benta kecing teli kalau ke bakau kecing teli kalau Khubor di kumpul perempuan ni way ni membar tu hakaba mangi nakalian tong ni asro long ba tiklat tong ba yami do rom tigi yami na po longpo hakaba election terpang na tatni po assembly kala padang ya kajing terpatni nakalian tong kasukar tegi ko nakalian tigi casual halor bangi la isno ni ne Khubor ka baba nakalian tigi ngir gi haban yai yang sakmat nakam ta tigi yang bagasi gi teli tigi adai berlong gi yai teli barabor Kacing itu ni baru terpoi saya kata job.
Kasang KSU mau kenro kelas shimhi ya kasian jam naga bentaban maramot ya kasurok ya kejar ke bapenya sok ya ki Henry Utali Kishnong banweng kamtam ya kajing kabaya kendu ki kena skul bankam bat banjam nasil yang pan.
Tang na kadau jong kajing thut kalik kawan jiki pai ba kamtam jiki kena ka KSU mau kenro circle kelas shimhi ya kasian jam ban maramot ya kajing king ke bapenya sok ya ki Henry Utali Kishnong hamau kenro.
Ila persyang menekren bat kina dalam sinong nomor alilang sinong kacong sia bat maulali makin saripel lemno kena jiki Henry kapasumsi kalong ba kino dalam sinong ni kimla ban asyur ne kimla pentingna ngi ba lanu la ban jiki bat ki up kata skim den ta kata ong ban up ka skim lanu in yo nginum tim te Henry kino kena school pagi don kambit ban yai man kasngi hadir na long school man ta upnai sep dia nak kata nak kali KSU mau circle hi baru kau nadu presiden sekretari cuma lagi unit ilawan cepat dan repair kena jiki kumba kandai pungut kit khot kila yok mesti nak tilang repair kena jiki te nak kali cungi hi ngimdan ke irban ong mo yakino lam sinong Henry ngi syukur pa lagi ba kide ban simkhya ban sinap pada kami khambaru marba kanlong banne syuta mai ngitip bagane ke jingking lagi repair menta kala banne kumba sansnem marba dagadi kanne sansnem
Habai Grand Mikla Pathai Khubor Bon ki khana school ki lapan pawe ke jing e jongki banlet school namar tang shupoi hakani ke jingking ki haban law shua la ki juti ban yo kam chashiliang namar kane ke jingking kala do lun Henry Menta par ki lapan pawe ke jing songo ke KSU Maukan Row Circle kabla maramot ikani ke jingking bat pensuk ikani kawan jongki lamba di ki pai ba jongki Henry tli ki shnong ya ki balapan ya so lingba kane ke jingking
dan nakaliang ki khana school ban school ngene ban school te changcha ni dan jing e kan perjur kita mak perjur bacur islam ban yaj nang ni na wa ru ngimlaj jingking ru kala pralun de mi lakshim cincar kan mi kisenrang ngi dan kaman ban yaj nang ni ban susdin la kasin nang ni ru ikin thei ba pli kimla ban kam nang ni satai ban kam ni knang ba bayar nang ni te ki hab ban yaj da ka hab ban yaj no sedien kan ban dam school no ban yaj pat na te na po thang sning na kadau na kaliang tingi menta ngi ai chi sungu ka bakrau ke KSU ke Macro Circle kala pen bahai ke ni cingking ka ba ngi yaj man ka por man ka sngi ban yaj school seteng
na kaliang kinong song ki khama ki bawan yaj lang ban cingking lang tum dadang ta cing sngeu ba kadai ka pai chung men toy ki te Shisia malak lai snem ni shisia na malak sau snem long kadam ke cing penculor yang cingking kai kadala de kam chot henrei kita bu penculor ka ko pra kerdam baliet tai ki por ba kham manswa ki bu ba kana skol bawan chini na kaliang na dulu thanroi mo persang mo ber thadan molali tak spa ngut ki khana ki wan chini tai tana kadau ba kan cingking bomdon ba sumar bomdon ba pej kalau repair ka man ka por ki ya piet ki brio ki pencot ki penculor ti kini pa ki du cingkermen no te hakini snem bala dep na kalian chung kikini pa kuma kan hikai hikai hante school tengelia senyang pisa ban sai ke telan tang thediang be repair kan cingking te hadiam bala repair kan to si snem ado kan cingking te kimi pa do cingkermen do cingkermen ban pa school khon chane ban ka school ba ha ko biang ru ki shem cing e be de ni kawa ni korljur te hanu snem bala dep ban ta snem na kalian chung kina school ba wan nang pai ngano hikai ngila syas dian ini cingking ni hakor ba he long ban ya lang ba ko Hello social media ni kini senar berpoi sta siliang te ka tiarap bala le ka sen samla assistant union no i banado bala repair ta bon siam ha ni cingking pan ngasiam ba kani ka de cingking ba kani ka sien ka ban kong ba kino repair ka le ha sai ka le ha do ka ta ni la siang ka de ki knong da u nar bas kem ka diang kal tang bas kem pan ka bas kem ba nang ni khmat ya kinong sang di katain kantam ki badon kini katain kadong cungi ngana kaliang kum ka long kemi ba chu ka par punong hikai ngai khubor sabaro saudong sapun badon ka snong ba chung matoy yangi kinong let nang wan ondai di school ondai tu hikai henrei wat ki balai chatai na snong cungi samo kon reu subulok kini si PSC jong sha chaparish dong ki por bi dong ka ban let lang ba tang ai kan khubor ba kum ki kini pa kum ki nong sang snong chung katain kadong bikin ya pet lem ke a chung ba na ka bantak chung ba ka cingking layu im lo mano balik dusman ni kani kenyarap ban pisnang pen onglem tenang bakani ka jing e kanong ban ya kenduk sekalian cungi ki balik bawan nang ni
ngila poi meta shaka bukut shwa bangin penkut in pen ngo biang shapi ya ki phangi ba kong san sa shisin Bhetjandat ki MLA Congress na yeng dorbar bertashla shabar mang sarkar shispa khandai klor ban pen bha ya ki yeng skol ya thalan ki liang persha bat u Conrad halor ka jingsen shar ha ka jala Daka pilot project on pentrekam yaka MRSSA. Wengno ka Congress yaka jingthmu pen khlem ya ushongknor. Palat ar akar klun ei ubar jala pen ibor wat ya utrai jaka bat ekador bashnong mausmai haribhoi. Sange yakhi kinong trei casual katnat ka kot khya haribhoi district. Bat kibe de ki khubor. Daki tungin pun kut nai kani katuk khubor kani katio mentangin sia syambiang bat pi baro ha katai kuai pat katio kabanwan kublei pi baro bat hiaso